Now you're just being rude, Sam.
I'm just saying. How is that difficult to understand?
No, I mean what specifically happened.
Well, you see, we've been traveling around for quite some time now. Just recently we came into town, but we were jumped by this band of misfits. So, in order to escape and heal, we came here for shelter. Again, we apologize for the mess we made.
No, it's fine. So you're all better now?
All thanks to you.
Me.
You see, beautiful, we feed on sexual energy. But we don't just get it from kissing lovely ladies such as yourself. We can simply touch someone's hand to obtain sexual energy. Everyone carries sexual energy, you know.
I was in shock about their powers. It wasn't just kissing that gave them power, it was anything physical. Wow. These things keep trying to trick me. But I also had sirens going off in my head.
Is there anything else you wish to know?
Well, what do you plan to do now?
Yeah, what are we gonna do now, James?
That is a very good question. We just got here and surely we'll be hunted again if we leave.
We can take him easily.
Not without more training, Sam. The result of that was clearly evident in our last encounter with them.
At the moment, I didn't know what came over me, but I suddenly felt sorry for them. They couldn't possibly survive up there if they didn't know it was illegal to break into people's homes. They probably didn't even know a bunch of other stuff. It probably would cause chaos all over town. Or on the flip side, they'd be taken in for questioning and be poked and prodded like lab frogs for research. That was even worse. But most of all, they reminded me of me back then. So I'm about to do the little flashback of me as a little kid standing in the classroom, where I was absolutely quiet and alone in a corner. And apparently, I was watching other kids interacting with each other. On the plus side, I wasn't engaged in any of the drama that might have arisen, like scribble on someone's paper for revenge or kicking someone too hard. It was kind of nice just standing back and watching things pass by and life go on. I'd long since convinced myself that I liked being alone. I used to tell myself, yes, I wanted to be alone. I didn't like anyone better than me, so I would spend more time with myself. But there's a certain bitterness that comes with that coupled with being alone made me feel so sad. There was a difference between being alone and lonely. And even after that moment, my mother and father, there was no one to turn to. I was so lonely. And then I decided right then and there, I was going to go see my grandfather. I didn't care if father wouldn't take me. I was going to walk my way over there and see what he had to say about it. I've never seen him before, but better time to see him then. If no one else was going to help me with what I was feeling, I might as well have turned to him. So, after school, I decided to walk there. I had no idea how to get there, and I was armed with only a scrap of paper with the address scribbled on it. As a 7-year-old, I obviously had great ideas. I soon became lost, and I did as I always did when I got lost. I stood on the side of the sidewalk and watched passers-by walk past me as life goes on. I was sad, and then I ended up in the situation I was originally in when nothing had changed. I thought that I was silly for even thinking I could change anything with my own hands. That was until a voice brought me back to reality.
Hun, is that you?
I looked up and saw an unfamiliar face, but it was obvious that whoever was talking to me knew who I was. And from that moment, things began to change. Life began to move its joints, and I realised things were moving along. Suddenly, I became a part of the crowd that moved like a blur past me. I was no longer someone who stood still and watched others hurry past me. Life had changed. I had changed. Because the very person who found me that day was my grandfather. I had the opportunity to help them, though. Would I? I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if it was the best idea. After all, 5 demons in my house wasn't exactly the living arrangement they imagined when I first moved in. There was the matter of making sure no one found out about their powers. Thinking about them as lab rats made my stomach queasy. And if they managed to pass as humans, how would I explain the 5 guys living in my house with me? Imagine what my friends would say. Heck, imagine what my goddamn parents would say. I think my mum would faint. Who knows what my dad would do? I think he would have them arrested on the spot. This was hard. Maybe I should have written a pros and cons list for actually making a decision.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
And thus I heard my grandfather Jiminy Cricket, wizard person. God, grandfather, you have perfect timing. They weren't in the exact same situation that I was in before, but I did want to help them, and I think it would ease my consciousness and also make me feel a bit happier to give them help, as weird as that sounded. Clenching my hands into fists, I strengthened my resolve to speak up. Well, you could...
What was that, lovely lady?
That is,
Spit it out already.
You could stay with me here if you like. As soon as I finished my sentence, the room became still. I'm not sure what went through their heads from my words. The silence in the air cut like a knife until I finally spoke up once more. It seems like you all need a place to stay, and well, I just moved into this dining house, so it seems like it would make sense. It was still quiet in the room. I decided to keep talking. If you would like to stay here, though, there are 2 things that I need you all to
Yes?
follow. First of all, you can't use your powers or deliberately do something that would harm any of our guests. Though it's okay to harm enemies because, you get the point.
That sounds reasonable.
Second, you'd have to help me with any errands around the house. This place is kind of big, so yeah.
That is a generous offer, miss. Are you sure that would be okay? We don't wish to burden you any more than we already have.
It's alright, really. I mean, I just started living here myself, so I would appreciate some help around the house.
A wonderful idea. We'll live here and train while helping you with the house. Servants for the lovely princess.
What? Are you serious?
Shh, be quiet, Sam. I haven't slept in a bed for days.
They all seemed to like the idea except for Sam, and hey, I didn't really hate the idea either, even if they were incubi. It would be interesting having 5 guys helping me with taking care of the house, given they would follow the rules that I just laid down.
Grr, fine, but we're not staying here forever. Only until we can beat up that group of punks.
I think that is a reasonable time limit for our stay.
Yes, this is awesome.
Also beautiful. If you need a bedfellow.
Eric, knock it off.
I was happy that they agreed. Maybe it's because I wasn't going to be lonely for a while. Maybe it's because they all needed help and me wanting to help people was fulfilled. I would never be sure.
So what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate and dig in.
Finally, I'm starving.
Instantly, Matthew and Sam began to stuff themselves with food on the table. I noticed James's eyes twitch in irritation, so I stuffed all my incoming laugh.
Really, you two? You're both acting like pigs.
Oh, let them have a little freedom, James. It's not like we've eaten recently either. I'm sure they've been starving.
Still, that's no excuse for stuffing their faces like backyard swine.
I almost couldn't hold it in. But I did. I merely smiled before I took some food for myself. There was one piece of food that intrigued me and was barely touched by the boys. It looked like green pasta with shrimp over it. What's this?
That, miss, is a shrimp pesto dish. Pastas are my specialty, so I'm positive you'll enjoy it.
I swirled some around my fork and tried it. I could feel my senses open as my taste buds practically melted in delight at the taste. It was creamy and savory, almost impossible to describe. This is amazing.
I'm glad you like it. At least someone here in the room has taste.
Matthew and Sam glared at James before they continued to eat. I couldn't help but smile at the brotherly quarrel before eating the rest of the pasta on my plate. James seemed to really hold high standards for his brothers, though it wasn't my place to question why. Eventually we all ate dinner together. It was strange eating with the guys, but they were enjoyable to be around. They made me feel like part of their family as we ate together. However, our peace was soon disrupted. Yay. It's my mom. Excuse me. Hello.
Hey, honey, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you off.
Hi, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm actually eating dinner right now.
Oh, good, good. So there was food there. Well, your father wanted me to call and talk to you about having a house party tomorrow night to celebrate the new house and all.
A house party tomorrow night? So soon?
Your father insists. You know how he is with events.
Yes, Father would expect me, to do this and that on the drop of goddamn dime. Yes, Father had all the say in this. Whatever. God, I hate that man. I know, well, since I don't exactly have you two here to help me arrange it, I'm going to need some time to prepare things.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help. I have work, and you know how your father is.
I know I have to do it myself. He won't help.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, I gotta go. I love you, sweetie.
I love you too, Mom. Great. Now how am I gonna do this?
Is something wrong?
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
Huh? How did you... Oh, right. Mind reading. But yeah, I gotta do it soon or my parents will be disappointed. I'll have to stay up and organize everything tonight.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
I don't see why not.
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
Sam?
Back off.
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
That was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer to help right off the bat. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful now that I let them stay. Now I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn.
Feeling a little tired over there, princess?
Yeah, it's been a long day. At least tomorrow's the weekend so I can sleep in. Then it hit me. Where are you guys gonna sleep?
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Okay, got it. Alright then. I'm heading to my room to study and sleep. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow.
Have a good night.
I will. You too. With that, I left the dining room and went to my room.
Eric, no.
What? I wasn't going to do anything.
Yes, he was.